A worse desire compelled her mortal birth. The immortal Savitri's mortal birth, compelled by the desire of the world. The world wanted to be saved, to be redeemed from the clutches of mortality. But then there was someone who carried the desire of this world, of this mortal world, to immortal Savitri. It is in response to that plea of his, in fulfillment of the desire of the world, she took the mortal birth. The conditions which were prevailing prior to her arrival were ominous. There was the block of death standing across the path of the immortal event. Once the omniscient goddess herself saw things on earth from above, she saw that the things were ready here, that they would receive her, and she leaned down. She looked down from her station above, for the sun veiled here in the darkness of inconscience. The supramental sun veiled in the inconscient darkness. She became thoughtful and yet carried out her immortal work in spite of these conditions. There also gleamed a possibility of a bright change, and all grew a consecration and a rite, an offering to the divine, a worship to the divine, a supplication to the divine for his manifestation here upon earth. But all at once ceased. The divine message withheld itself back. The messenger withdrew into his realm. He went back to his world. The divine afflatus, spent, withdrew. It is under these conditions it became sort of imperative for Savitri to appear on the scene. She came to open the flaming gates of ecstasy in the face of the evil, afflicting life here, afflicting the soul of the earth. She made her own calamity, her own pang, her own anguish, a mystic, poignant sword to eliminate what was standing in the way, a mystic, poignant sword. She relieved the question troubling man. Death blocking his progress, blocking his spiritual march. Death was standing, and she saw that as a great obstacle in the possibilities that should open for man. Yet All in her pointed to a nobler kind. In spite of these calamitous conditions, this affliction, all in her pointed to her to nobler kind. In fact, her love was such that it could embrace the whole world in it. This superhuman cast his seed in her, that she must stay the wheels of doom, stop the march of wrong time. This flaming warrior, Savitri, with a flaming soul, with that mystic, poignant sword in her hand, smote the face of death. Smote what was covering, the veil that was covering the Supreme Himself. She torn off that veil covering on the face of the Supreme, the way in which He had appeared as death in front of her. The birth of Savitri was in response to the desire of the world, the invocation, the supplication to her was carried by the Supreme Yogi himself to the divine Shakti. The Yogi took here the mortal birth. He came here as an avatar and kindled the world's desire in the fire of his yoga, and it is that desire he took it to the divine Shakti, to the divine consciousness force herself, and compelled her to take a mortal birth. A worse desire compelled her mortal birth.